is Tuesday, February 23rd. You know what time it is. It's time for the Early Edge. We're powered by SportsLine. We're in your feed every single day before 11 a.m., and we do it all in 10 minutes or less. And my guys are on absolute fire. Last night, it was a winning night, but our expectations are so high, it felt like a losing night. We were 5-2 on sides. We tell you all the time, as we try to educate you, that when we do prop bets, lower your bet size just a little bit. There's so many variables when you're betting on one particular person. We were 5-2 on sides last night, and that's what we want. Also, little programming update. We have a Champions League only episode of the Early Edge. It's in your feed right now. It's at YouTube. It's in your podcast feed. Turn on those notifications. Our man Tom Fernelli has 2 picks for today, 2 picks for tomorrow. All Champions League games you can see on CBS All Access. Let's bring in my cappers. Let's go. Right below me. Last night, he was perfect. That means we're giving out a year-long subscription later in the show. M Squared, you got to feel good about that.
Always feeling good about giving away those year-long subscriptions to SportsLine. Very excited. I actually have 3 plays again tonight in the NBA, so ready to go.
You are making dreams come true, my friend. Dreams come true. Now, I am going to be dead by the time I'm 50 if I keep following this man's picks, but he's winning. Zack attack. Oh, my goodness. Charleston Southern, what's up?
Oh, my goodness, Coach. Mondays, something about Mondays. I said the wrong game to buy a half point on, but Mondays I retract the earlier plays from the show this year. That's the 4th time at the free throw line in the final seconds. We could not get a made free throw. Marquette Butler, Furman, Alabama, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, and yesterday, of course, St. Mary's Pepperdine.
Well, that shows how good you are. That shows how good you're picking the right play, that it comes down to a free throw, certainly when you have a favorite. And the man yesterday, his expectations are so high that he loses 1 game. And gambling Twitter is going bananas. The Maestro, good morning.
Coach, I own that one. That was a terrible pick, but it was nice to get even, at least on the side plays, with New Mexico late at night. So let's do it today.
Let's go. Here we go. Now, real quickly, as you know, we're giving away 5-year-long subscriptions this week. If you go over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review, and in your review, leave us your pick to win this year's Stanley Cup. Then you leave your Twitter handle. I'll announce the 5 winners coming up on Monday. Only 3 things you got to do. Leave a 5-star review, leave your Twitter handle, and leave your pick to win the Stanley Cup. All right, it's time for our SportsLine app play of the day, and it has been on fire. The Jeweler has been picking games like crazy. I believe 9-0 currently in his last 9 picks. Here we go. We're going with the Devils today, minus 130 on the SportsLine app. This is a graded A play. Buffalo playing back-to-back games. And in our simulations, it wins 65% of the time. Take the Devils straight to the pay window. All right, let's get to our board now. M Squared, you know the drill, sir. Give it to me.
Yeah, Coach, I've got 3 plays that I really like here tonight in the NBA, starting with the Orlando Magic, minus 3.5 against the Detroit Pistons. This is a game that I played the other day here on the Early Edge. I like it again in this spot. Once again, the Pistons, no Blake Griffin, no DeLon Wright. That's a massive loss for them. I don't think Dennis Smith Jr. is ready to play in this spot for them. So give me the Magic minus 3.5. I make them minus 5 in my simulations. Look for Nikola Vucevic, who could potentially have an all-star snub motivation on his night tonight as we get the reserves later this evening. And then I'm going to be taking the Boston Celtics minus 1 against the Dallas Mavericks. So Kristaps Porzingis, Maxi Kleber, both questionable. This Dallas team is on the 2nd night of a back-to-back. I like the way the Celtics are going to be able to play here with both Brown and Tatum active. Kemba Walker is healthy, ready to play. So I make the Celtics minus 3.2 in the Sims and watch this one potentially move closer to that number as we get news on the bigs for the Mavs. And then my final play, the Golden State Warriors minus 1.5 against the New York Knicks. Steph Curry is supposedly back, able to play, listed as probable. I fully expect him to go tonight. I like him in this spot quite a bit. I make this game all the way up to minus 4.9 in my Sims. I don't understand quite why. I know the Knicks have been very good, but I think this line should be at least minus 3 in the market. So look for that to move closer to that number before we tip off this game tonight.
A quick question. If Steph Curry, for some reason, they announce at 5 o'clock this afternoon that he's not playing, would you stay off this game?
No, I would still play it.
You still play it. Okay, very good. Now, our man M Squared was perfect last night, so that means it's time to give away a year-long subscription. So, Chi TaylorMade, at Chi TaylorMade, you have won. You had the Calgary Flames as your best bet last night. They won 3-0, plus 130. Nicely done, sir, or ma'am, not sure which. And you win a year-long subscription. If you at home want to win a year-long subscription, all you got to do, go to our YouTube page, leave your best bet every single day. Best bet. If one of our cappers goes perfect, you are eligible to win a year-long subscription. And it has been happening often the last week. All right, Zack Attack. He's up off the floor. No more heart attacks. What do you got for us today?
I'm hoping not today, Coach. But let's start off with Bowling Green and the MAC against Eastern Michigan. They're -7.5. They're starting to regain form. They've won 2 consecutive games after losing the prior 6. And Eastern Michigan, one of the worst teams in conference of college basketball this year, 1-8 overall. I actually think if Bowling Green wasn't playing a third straight road game, this line would be even higher. And then a player prop, Saddiq Bey, over 17.5 points in total rebounds. This is a rookie that's been playing great in the month of February, shooting 47% from three-point range. He scored in double figures in 7 straight games. And I think he's feeling a little bit disrespected, not being talked about in terms of rookie of the year, actually 75-1 on William Hill's odds. And he did score 11 points and 8 rebounds in Sunday's matchup against Orlando. I think he can improve upon that and eclipse 17.5 total points and rebounds.
I feel really good about those two. By the way, that Bowling Green play, it's a graded A play at the SportsLine app as well to back you up, cashing 73% of the time in our simulations. All right, it's that time of the show. You know what time it is. Maestro, as I like to say, I'll sit back. The floor is yours.
All right, Coach. Let's go to the Sun Belt. It's an early start in Atlanta. Georgia State hosting Appalachian State. And, Appalachian State beat Georgia State twice just a month ago. But since then, they've lost 4 in a row, including losing twice at last place Troy. They're just not a great team on the road. And then they came home and had 2 tough 2-point heartbreaking losses to South Alabama, including senior night. And now they got to go back on the road. And Georgia State controls its own destiny in their division. They're 8-1 at home. They've won 3 in a row. They're averaging over 80 points a game. This is a very good offensive team. I'm laying 6.5 with Georgia State to get revenge for those 2 losses they had at Appalachian State a month ago. And then tonight, Baylor is back. They've been off for 3 weeks. People think they're going to be rusty. They think Iowa State has played competitive, and they have against some of the better teams in the Big 12. But the thing is, the difference between Baylor and those teams is significant. It's not like Baylor's just as good as Oklahoma or Kansas or Texas. They're on another level. It's them and Gonzaga and pretty much everybody else. So I'm laying 23 with Baylor Bears.
Wow. Now, to back you up on that pick, because there's going to be a lot of people at home going, oh, that's a lot of points for a conference matchup. Baylor is 13-4 against the spread when the spread has been between 25.5 and 21.5. They put the pedal down, and they can certainly put – go ahead, Mike.
And, Coach, I just wanted to say when K-State came to town, they lost by 48. So Iowa State, has played some tough games, but I think we're talking, 25-plus tonight.
Yeah, and they're also playing for a number 1 seed. They want to impress every time out right now. All right, we're up against it. You know what time it is, Jeweler. Thank you very much. All right, M Squared, he is on the Magic -3.5. They covered for us a couple of nights ago against the same Pistons team. This is a graded A play on SportsLine. Also, a TNT game, 7:30 Eastern time. He likes the Celtics -1. They're starting to play a little bit better. I had them on the under 2 days ago. They went to overtime. The Celtics owe me. You owe me. Warriors, -1.5. Steph Curry did not play the last game. We expect him to play tonight. But, of course, follow Mikey on Twitter. He'll be updating this all day long. But he says regardless, he would play the Warriors against the Knicks tonight, 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Zack Attack. He's on Bowling Green. This is also a graded A play at SportsLine, -7.5. That tip is 7 Eastern. And then a prop bet, Saddiq Bey, over total points and rebounds, 17.5. That's a 7 Eastern tip in Orlando. And finally, the Maestro has 2 plays tonight. Georgia State, revenge spot for them, -6.5. That's a 5 Eastern tip. Make sure you know the tip times. And then Baylor, playing for that number 1 overall seed with Gonzaga, laying 23. We just gave you the numbers. It's not that crazy. An 8 Eastern tip as well. And finally, our SportsLine play of the day. We're on a 9-0 run. The Jeweler has been picking crazy winners. New Jersey Devils, your laying 130 is our SportsLine play of the day. All right, we've got 8 total plays. You've got your marching orders. Let's take every single ticket straight to the pay window. For M Squared, for Zack Attack, for Chief, for the Maestro, for the Jeweler, I am the coach. Remember, this is the only place we're crushing it, and we're doing it just for you. For your daily early edge. Good luck.